Podcast time once again. Gather around, young and old, for the Solid Signal podcast for the week of October 1st, 2018. I know I just did a podcast very similar to this a couple of weeks ago, but it struck me that it was time to do one again because I kind of didn't complete it, didn't do everything and say everything that I wanted to say. It's just that October really is the perfect month for free TV. And I wanted to kind of underscore that by going through some of the reasons that this is the exact time, this is the exact week you should be putting up a TV antenna. Do not wait any longer. And I know that this is a project people talk about and then they don't do because they don't really see the benefit of it. Well, let's talk about it. First of all, if you're a sports fan, October is, as I said, the perfect time for sports. You've got preseason basketball, preseason hockey. You've got live football on pretty much in pretty much every market. If you have a CBS affiliate, you're watching football on Sundays. It may not be your team, but at least there will be NFL football live on free TV. If you need more than that, you can go with DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket, but that's not really what we're talking about here. And of course, you have the baseball playoffs, which really dominate October. As I record this, it is October 1st, and believe it or not, there are still two races as yet undecided. Neither of them have the Detroit Tigers in them, but a couple of them do have some Detroit Tigers alumni. I guess that's something. It's interesting and will be interesting to see if anyone can catch the unstoppable Boston Red Sox or if they will once again fall victim to their long-time nemesis, the New York Yankees, and who will end up in the World Series. You can find it all on free television in October, which is exactly the point that I'm trying to make. And as far as non-sports fans, and I know that there are a lot of folks out there who do not care one bit for sports, what about free television? What about the fact that pretty much every show that was around last year, including hits like This Is Us and Big Bang Theory, which is in its final season, perhaps a bit too late, but whatever. These shows are back and brand new for the first time in what feels like about 6 months. In some cases, it is about 6 months. It seems like it's been since April that we talked about free television because there hasn't been a whole lot on antenna to talk about other than, kind of reality stuff. And if that's your cup of tea, then I'm not going to condemn you for it. But as far as scripted television, there really hasn't been a whole lot, and now in October there is. And all of a sudden, it's the perfect time to put up an antenna. Here's the reason. Because if you live in the northern part of the country where Solid Signal is located, it's pretty much your last chance to climb up on that roof before it starts to get really snowy. You can talk about climate change any way that you want, but the fact of the matter is, it's getting harder and harder to predict when the first snowfall is coming, and October is almost always a perfect time to be going up on that roof, getting that antenna up there. If you need an outdoor antenna, not everybody does. An outdoor antenna is going to help you get better reception if you tend to be more than about 20 to 25 miles away from a major city. But if you do need an outdoor antenna, don't go up on the roof in the winter. Don't go up on the roof when the weather is bad. You don't need that kind of aggravation in your life. On the other hand, if you happen to be in the southern half of the country, this is the time when it's finally getting cool enough that you can climb up on that roof. Temperatures on a composition tile roof in the summer down in the south can reach 175 degrees just on the surface of those roof tiles. I've known roofers who've ruined their boots by just having them melt. And as a homeowner, you don't want to go up there when it really is uncomfortable, and because uncomfortable can mean unsafe. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you could very easily fall down. If you need an antenna, if you don't have one already, I really would appreciate it if you would give the fine folks over at Solid Signal a try. They can help you identify the antenna that you are looking for, the one that you need, the one that's going to work best for you in your situation, because there are hundreds, maybe even 1,000 antennas that are available over at solidsignal.com, and I understand it can get awfully confusing if you don't know what you're looking for. Don't just look for something that looks like what people in your neighborhood have. Chances are they are just putting up antennas from 50 years ago, and there might be a more modern and compact alternative that looks better, works better with your system, and maybe conforms to homeowner association rules that older antennas might be grandfathered in for, but you might not be able to put up. You can get a free antenna recommendation, and these aren't automated things. This isn't some app that's generating this stuff. There's actually a room full of technicians that are looking at these things and really evaluating every single option for you and the antenna that you're going to need. It's still a free recommendation, and yeah, of course, all the parts are going to be available at solidsignal.com. Meantime, it's about time to end the Solid Signal podcast for another week. I hope that you have a great rest of the week, that whatever team you're rooting for, that they win, and that you get the free TV that you deserve.